Sure. Elijah, can you just take us through that three with 4 seconds left to put you guys up and give you the win?
Yeah, in the previous timeout that we had before, we was just telling everybody to stay composed and we're gonna figure it out. And it started off with a stop. It started off with a stop. We was able to get the ball down the court. And I just hit one. I just hit one to bring it in within I think two to believe or three, bringing in the three at the same spot. So I just felt super comfortable shooting that shot. That's a shot that I work on every day. Pick and pop from the top of the key, you know what I'm saying? That's a normal shot that I take. And it just happened to fall for me.
You guys were down six in overtime. How were you able to persevere and come back?
Man, it took a lot out of us. My coach right here to the back left of me, he just wrote down on the board, "Gritty, not pretty." The game was not pretty. It wasn't. We had to fight for every second. We had to fight every minute of that game, and it was amazing how we just pulled through. That's just perseverance. That's just a lot of work in the off season. And just staying true to our principles.
Mhm. And you're down, you're up 11 in the second half, but then you see that lead evaporate. What does that do to your team mentally, and how, again, were you able to come back from that?
It was tough because we kept putting them on the line, man. It's been a common theme for us to put people on the line, so we got to figure that out. In my opinion, that game shouldn't have been that close, but it happened. So by the grace of God, we got out of there. And if we just sit down and stay to our principles, keep our hands off of people, it wouldn't have been that close. But it just came to that, and we was just able to just stay composed. Like I said, coaches kept believing in us. We kept believing in ourselves, believing in our game plan, and it just worked out in the end.
Dan, any questions?
Yeah, well, Elijah, that dribble drive had seemed to be there. I know it was a release on a pick for you that shot that three, but that dribble drive had been there where teammates were able to kick it out. What about Missouri State kind of opened that up specifically around the arc for those threes?
They put me at the five on that last possession, and both of our five men. I'm not saying they can't shoot it, but I'm not a traditional five man. I'm an undersized five, so they wasn't prepared for that. Obviously, my man Chaz Kelly, he made an amazing play. He fought through an injury, so he was able to trust me in that, and we just went to an action that we're really comfortable with, and that's how we won the game.
And Chad fouls out there in overtime, and that kind of opens up the opportunity for you as an undersized five. When that happens for you, kind of how does the mentality shift from playing almost a four into that five position?
Well, if you know me, I've been playing five since high school, in middle school, high school. I've always been the tallest player on my team, so it's nothing new to play the five. We talk about it all the time in practice. In our third group, I play the five the whole time, so it's not like it's anything new to me. But just to be able to pull out that lineup at the end of the game and for coach to trust me to at that five, because the five man for us is like our second point guard. So just being able to understand like where everybody's supposed to be at that five position, it's just it's like a skill that you kind of to have, especially at this level. Things like that's going to happen throughout the season. Chad and Jay, they get in foul trouble. They're going to have to put me at the five, and I just got to be comfortable with that. My coaches have to be comfortable with putting me at that five. So it's an amazing thing to have.
Last one. Did you know it was going in when it left your hand?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I felt it. It felt great coming off my hands. And once again, that's a shot that I work on every day. And I have nothing. I have no choice but to believe it's going in, because that's what my team needs at that moment. So you just shoot it with confidence, and let God take over the rest.
Great.